Hi, my name is Mallory Wright. I'm going to be talking about Thinking Critically Case 2.1 in Chapter 2, found on page 40 in the textbook Business Ethics Now. So I'm going to talk about the summary of the case first and then jump into the questions of the case. So, in October 2014, the Marriott hotel chain admitted to jamming guests' mobile Wi-Fi and personal hotspots on purpose and forcing the business travelers to purchase into the Marriott's Wi-Fi service. Now, Marriott's own Wi-Fi service ranged from $14.95 to the daily guest, or up to $1,000 for people that were renting out the hotel's convention center. Now, people complain about this to the Federal Communications Commission, which led Marriott to big payout settlement of $600,000. Now, Marriott has not been the only company to violate the rules of the FCC. In 2015, Smart City Holdings, a trade show convention service, blocked their customers' Wi-Fi services, forcing them to buy into their own Wi-Fi service, which was $80 a day. Also in 2015, an investigation was brought on to Hilton Anaheim near Disney, where they blocked convention goers of their personal Wi-Fi hotspots and forced their convention goers into charging them up to $500. Now, in the same investigation notice given to Hilton Anaheim by the FCC, they also accused MC Dean, a systems integration company, for blocking Wi-Fi at the Baltimore Convention Center, which then also forced convention goers to buy into the convention center's own Wi-Fi system. The Federal Communications clearly states that blocking Wi-Fi or jamming Wi-Fi is highly illegal, but the FCC also focuses on hotels and other businesses using guest securities to generate more revenue for their own well-being. Now, while the rise in technical devices that are capable of using personal hotspots, this means that there are more networks in use in any given area at any given time. This causes concern that is brought up by the Wi-Fi administrators, with their case being what happens when the use of so many personal hotspots interrupt the Wi-Fi system of the big corporation you are in or nearby. Now, the book gives their main example of a hospital setting. In a hospital setting, you have many medical devices that are being run wireless off of Wi-Fi, but then you also have many guests and people that are administered into the hospital that are using their own Wi-Fi. Now, their case being, what if those so many personal Wi-Fi jam up the Wi-Fi system of a hospital, meaning that medical devices can be interrupted and that their systems can be charged and changed. Personal Wi-Fi also brings up a sense of security, and the business owners say that many personal hotspots being used in their business or around their business compromises the security of their system. Since the FCC clearly prohibits jamming and blocking of Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi administrators say, where's the big difference? Where's the line between the necessary blocking to where they can get stuff done and nothing will be interrupted, to being compliant with the FCC and not blocking any Wi-Fi, but then again wanting the best service for their customers? Now, the Federal Communications Commission would say that's an easy fix and say that companies and hospitals alike need to invest in advanced Wi-Fi and internet connections so that businesses aren't interrupted, and that stops the hotels from seeking revenue from guests in the way of Wi-Fi. So, in summary, the FCC does not condone jamming, Wi-Fi blocking or jamming, but then people today also complain that if I can't use my own personal Wi-Fi, how do I also trust yours at the same time? So the FCC has clearly put into the lines and showed by their actions that they do not put up with Wi-Fi blocking of any type. So we go into the questions that are in the textbook on case 2.1 still. I just did questions 1 through 3, simple. So question 1 states, what is the FCC's position on Wi-Fi jamming? So like I stated earlier, the Federal Communications Commission states clearly on their website that Wi-Fi jamming or blocking of any kind is illegal. Now, this is a quote pulled straight from their website that goes into it a little bit more. It says, federal law prohibits the operation, marketing, or sale of any type of jamming equipment, including devices that interfere with cellular and personal communication services, police radar, global positioning systems, and wireless networking services, Wi-Fi. So not only can you not block or jam it, but you cannot make any tools or market any tools, basically do anything that prohibits personal Wi-Fi hotspots. The FCC deems that the personal Wi-Fi hotspots are a right to everyone. Now, question 2 states, what is the position of hotels and convention centers? This one I thought was a pretty easy answer. Hotels and convention centers are always going to think on the side of revenue. So hotels and convention centers want to make the most money they can and take the most money out of each guest that comes into their doors. So their view of Wi-Fi blocking is that it should be at the company's discretion, that they should be able to decide what they want to do with their Wi-Fi or not. Not only would it generate them more revenue, but the companies also view that personal Wi-Fi hotspots as a security risk, and too many personal hotspots running at one time in their convention center or hotel can harm or jam up their operating system, which hinders them from providing their customers with the best care. Now, the book states on page 26 that corporate governance is the system by which the business corporations are directed and controlled. And now, in this case, I view that the hotels and convention centers are controlled by the Federal Communications Commission for this particular cause. When it deals with Wi-Fi, the hotels and convention centers do have to hinder to the FCC's systems controls. Now, question 3, is there room for negotiation? If there was negotiation, would less exorbitant fees draw less anger from the people? This also I thought was a pretty easy answer, just because I am a rule follower. For the sake of the Federal Communications Commission, there is not much room for negotiation, as they have already deemed it illegal. They've already deemed it illegal and also shown by their actions that they do prosecute people that do go across their rules. So, but for the sake of hotels and convention centers, they see a huge downside to not being able to generate their own Wi-Fi policy and having guests buy into their own Wi-Fi system. Not only are they hotels seeing a loss in money for not generating their own Wi-Fi systems, but they see an increase in cost of maintaining those good Wi-Fi systems and operating systems that the FCC says that they should have in place if they do not want the personal Wi-Fi hotspots to interrupt their service. Now, if there was ever to be able to come room for negotiation where the FCC comes back on the ruling, lower Wi-Fi fees may draw less anger, but until the FCC deems Wi-Fi jamming and blocking not illegal, then I don't see the less exorbitant fees being a less source of anger, because if you have rules in place, then you can't really go against the fees. And so that's all I have for case 2.1 on page 40 in the book Business Ethics Now. Hope it was good. Thank you.